And welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. The elections are right around the corner, the primaries. And you will have to report as a Republican or a Democrat when you go in for the primaries. Today we have with us Tim James, candidate for the office of governor, following in your dad's footsteps. Your dad was governor, what, about 25 years ago?
He was governor twice, the only governor in Alabama in history to serve twice, once as a Democrat and once as a Republican.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. It is. The big shift in the 80s.
That's the truth. Yeah. Everybody got,
with Governor Hunt.
They kind of got the light came on.
That's right.
And they saw what was going on. So again, you're running for governor. If people want information about you besides what we're doing here, the website is?
It's timjamesgovernor.com.
Okay.
And Jack, we want every person, regardless, young, old, black, white, rich, poor, I want them to join this campaign because we're in a moment in time where the nation's hanging in the balance. We're in a cultural war for the soul of a nation. It's a battle. Our Judeo-Christian foundation has really been under assault half a century.
Yes.
And we've hit critical mass. And if good people do not engage, and I mean, and I don't mean that as just talk. I mean,
that's my audience.
We're going to lose the nation.
Yes, they've told me that all along.
That's right.
They're concerned. They've said we never thought we would get to this point, but 25 years ago I was making speeches telling people, "Watch out, we're going to get to this point."
Well, we're there,
and we've let it happen.
We've hit critical mass. No doubt.
So you become the governor, and 90 days into your term, what are some of the things that you would be addressing as governor that would truly make a difference in the state? You know, key areas.
There are two sides. There is the big picture. Governors now role is expanding beyond their borders because of the overreach and the usurpation that we've seen come from Washington. As governor, I will not allow churches to be closed because of a mandate that's unconstitutional. Right. I will not allow small stores to be closed while you leave the big ones open and picking and choosing winners and losers. I will not allow children to be forced to wear a mask in school against their parents' wishes.
Well, it's not, and it doesn't do kids any good.
It's causing great damage to them.
Absolutely.
Emotionally and educationally. I'm going to, we talk a lot about education. I have a very clear plan. We're dead last in the country, and we've got to turn it around. If we don't, Alabama we're hovering at the bottom as we've talked about.
Right.
And I guess the bigger issue, governors are now stepping into the authority that's really been there all along. Governors they really are the firewall, where you're going to see governors stand together as one against the overreach and the usurpation on multiple issues. And governors really are taking, you see it with DeSantis, you see it with Abbott and a few others. You got a great lady running for governor, Sarah Huckabee in Arkansas.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, governor's role is now beyond its borders. It's putting in front of us this debate that's been raging now since the foundation of the nation between the responsibility of the federal government and the state government, and this vaccine, the mandates, the COVID, all this, as awful as it's been, it has awoken a nation to what it really does matter.
That's right. Well, obviously with the COVID, and I don't mind saying it, I never took a vaccine. I actually have COVID. But I had that right to do that.
That's right.
And I knew basically what they were putting in the vaccine.
Right. Now, let me point something out. It's not just Biden. The state of Alabama, UAB, state institutions did the same thing. Any government, federal or state, that would say to its people, if you do not take this vaccine against your will, you cannot work. You cannot feed your family. We're going to put you in bankruptcy. We've never been here before. This is not Joe Biden tyranny. This was Alabama. This came right out of the governor's office. UAB, 10,000 Alabama employees, doctors, nurses, orderlies, were told, if you don't do this, you're going to be fired. This is unacceptable. This is the risk to the nation. There's if a government tells you can't work, what you can't buy nor you can sell. That's a spirit. That's an Antichrist spirit.
No, that's right.
That's what it is. That's the root of this. And so as a governor, we're going to begin to take back our Christian foundation that's been taken. That we removed prayer from school
Yes.
in '62. All hell has broken loose in our public schools in the nation. That was unconstitutional. That was overreach. Same with Roe versus Wade in the '70s. Same with Obergefell, where the Supreme Court woke up in 2016 out of the blue and said, now we're going to be the arbiter of marriage, never mind 4,000 years of history.
Yep.
So the cultural war, everything else is important, but everything is pale compared to the cultural war that we're in for the soul of this nation.
You know, and as governor, there are a lot of things you can do and should be able to do.
The first we'll do is not acquiesce to unconstitutional orders and stand on what is right and what is true. And then we're going to tackle public education K through 12 like a laser. It's very simple to measure performance. If grade scores are going up, you're doing your job. If they're not, you're not doing your job.
Well, listen, best of luck to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And again,
Good to be on the show
we
today.
let people know that do your homework, find out about the candidates, find out what's in their heart, find out how they've lived their lives, because the way they live their lives are going to be the way they may want you to live your life. And we'll be right back right after this.